has been since 2005 on a permanently working for the benefit of the challenged students. And we have the honor also to thank Dr. Vinita Kamaran, Dr. Gandhi, and all the staff of the City Montessori Degree College, Lucknow, India, who were the first accepting the challenged student to integrate into the Students' Quality Circle movement. That's where we start in 2005, and since then, no stone been unturned for the benefit of the challenged student. We have continuously participated into the Students' Quality Circle International Convention since 2005, 2007, 2009, where we brought the parents also in 2009 to witness the hidden talent of the children. And even the parents could not believe the talent that their children has got, and by witnessing, they were just in tears. We are grateful also to all the parents who are contributing for the challenged students, which is a hard work for them, and it's not easy to do a daily work for the children and also to bring up their daily life. The Honorable Mrs. Fazila Doyao, the ministry, her ministry is doing a lot for the challenged students. The government is contributing a lot for the challenged students. We have to thank the ministry, the minister and all the officers. But I make an appeal today in front of all the parents, teachers, head of school of the challenged unit to work together with the minister, because it's not only the ministry or the officers can do everything for the challenged students. You have to have your contribution in it. Without your contribution, the minister also won't be able to do everything for the schools. We are in a country where the government is giving many facilities, which the Honorable Minister later on will explain all the facilities that the government are offering. We in the International Council, we want to lift up those who think the challenged students are not capable of doing many things. You are wrong, because the challenged students, they've got potential, they've got talents, and they're more able than us. We are not going to make as if the challenged students can't do anything. This year, the ministry is doing many programs for the challenged students. We in 2005, when we started to integrate the challenged students into the Quality Circle movement, it was a plus for them. And in 2008, where we host the first international council in Mauritius, and this was another success for them. Our second international convention, our theme is equal education opportunities to all challenged students. And our motto is every human life has equal value, which everybody had to realize it. But every human life has equal value. We in the International Council, we are doing our part, and I hope that all stakeholders will take responsibility also to help the challenged students. Some companies who are present also, I would like to make an appeal to come and give your support to those schools which really are in need for your help, so that the children can achieve all their goals. I won't be long. I would like again to thank all the children present here.
take place, then I can only feel myself privileged. When Mr. Tilak met me and he asked if I could write a little message for the magazine, I drew inspiration from the writings of Mahatma Gandhi, who reminds us that what we have as gifts from God, we hold them as trustees. And it is as trustees that we have to use these gifts in order to share with others who may be less fortunate, but also who may be more fortunate than us. I'm particularly happy to have seen the dance performance a few minutes ago. The beginning of this adventure of young persons who have hearing impairment learning to dance was done through an initiative which I was also associated with in the 1980s. And early this morning I was looking at an old newspaper cutting from 1987 where the Express spoke of this effort by a lady called Miss Chetty, who was working at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute, who was a lecturer here. And I started off this interaction with L'école des Sourds in Bobassa for teaching dance to young persons who have a hearing impairment. You can just imagine the kind of challenge that represented. Initially, when I was going there, I was so totally overwhelmed by emotion that I realized that I was the one who was handicapped because I didn't have the skills in order to be able to speak to the young people, in order to communicate what I wanted to tell them in terms of my feelings, of support, of empathy, of understanding. Ms. Chetty took the challenge, and I can share with you that in the beginning, when she needed to teach rhythm to the young people, she went right into her own being and she got them to look for their pulse on their wrist, and the pulse that they sensed told them what rhythm means, which is an absolutely beautiful message as far as the rhythm of the universe is concerned. We do believe profoundly that there is a rhythm that encompasses the totality of the world that makes it harmonious. And by getting the children with a hearing impairment to dance, we were in our own way contributing to that sense of harmony, that sense of well-being across a sense of development, not only in learning to read and write and count, but also to be able to express their own talents and their joy. It was quite remarkable to see the smiles on the faces a few minutes ago. So yes, I feel very, very happy to be with you this afternoon. And also, in particular, I feel very humbled to see all those who, day in, day out, put in their effort for the well-being of people who have an impairment of some sort. So it is possible for us at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute to continue to support that kind of initiative. We will do so. As many of you may know, I'm back here at the MGI after many years. I came back in January, and I'm looking for another action that will have the social dimension, that will have this dimension of inclusion of persons around us through the fields of the arts, which remain a major focus of expertise at the MGI. The work with the School for the Deaf, I think, was also followed up by a number of other actions. I would like to see more of this happening. At the moment, we are working on our strategic plan, and I hope, perhaps in consultation with the ministries that deal with such cases, we will be able to identify actions that will help in making Mauritius a better place to live in for persons with an impairment. To the young people, aux jeunes gens, à leurs parents, je dirais que je me sens très privilégiée d'être avec vous, très heureuse de vous voir si nombreux aujourd'hui. Et je suis sûre que M. Pilote et toute son équipe vont continuer à faire de ce genre d'initiatives des engagements qui vont faire pour l'avenir. Maurice sera un pays où il fait de mieux en mieux vivre pour ceux qui n'ont pas les mêmes aptitudes que ceux qu'on appelle des personnes normales. Avec ces quelques mots, je dirais encore une fois, M. Pilote, merci de m'avoir associé au projet. Welcome to the club, like what up? I got a big cat. I was pumped up, I so shit from the
students, and there are 55,000 students now. He started these schools with 5 children, and it's a thank you forward. He started these schools with 5 children, and it is a saga of courage and bravery. Now our school is in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest private school in a single city. And you will be glad to know that our school is also the proud recipient of UNESCO Peace Prize in Education. We are also the recipient of Busi Peace Prize in Education. Mr. Gandhi would have come to this conference, definitely, but at this moment he is in Mongolia, and again he is going to receive the doctorate as well as the highest, most prestigious award of the country, that is the Mongolian Peace Prize. We are doing a great work in peace education. At City Montessori School, we believe that schools should be a lighthouse to the society. Schools should show light to the society. Teacher is a modern architect. He must nurture the minds and spirits of young people. The school is a place where the destiny of a man is made. Classrooms are nothing, but the destiny of a man is made, like it is happening here. The school is a building with 4 walls, and the destiny of a man is given inside. So basically, at City Montessori School, we always believe that the future generation is going to be nurtured in these schools. And that is what I have seen here also today. And now I would like also to relate our association with Mr. Mohandas Tilak. This is for the past 10 years. We have been associated with him almost for the past 20 years. But I would definitely like to say that past 10 years, Mr. Coco gave us also a new dimension. We are doing International Convention on Students' Quality Control Circles almost for the past more than 22 years. This is a convention. We thought, why only quality circles should be in the industry? Because I must tell some background, because such eminent dignitaries are sitting here, and I don't want to lose the chance. So I want to tell you what is the purpose behind it. Actually, this quality circle philosophy was only in the industry earlier. But in 1992, Mr. Gandhi went to Japan, and he thought, why not we should have it in the schools? Because quality should not come down from the industry, it should go up from schools. So that's how we started having quality circles in schools. One of these conferences, Mr. Mohandas Tilak visited our schools, and he decided, why only have it in the normal children? We should have it in the gifted children also. We should have it in the challenged children also. This is how Coco gave us a new vision. He has won actually the hearts of India, so we don't call him Mohandas, we call him Coco Bhaiya, with lots of reverence, with lots of love, with lots of affection. He in fact is a one-man army with lots of dedication, grit, determination, unflinching spirit, and invincible will which can move the mountains. I think everyone will agree with me. What we do is an easier thing. I have in my school more than 8,000 students in one campus, because Mr. Gandhi has got 20 campuses. But I think what I'm doing is of less value. What you are doing, what your country is doing, Madhukar, I'm learning from this. What you are doing, what your country is doing is much more than what we are doing. Because what you have done with these children, just now I saw the presentations, the smile on their faces, the brightness in their eyes, could move anyone, could capture anyone. I think there is nothing more than what I saw on this stage today. So you are a pioneer in the history of this country, and not only in this country, but in the whole world. The whole world is going to remember you because you organized the first international convention on challenge students' quality circles. On your behest, earlier, we were quite apprehensive, but on your behest, we also added a new stream to our own convention of quality circles, which was inaugurated by none other, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Mauritius. So in that we added a stream, and which has given great dividends to the whole world, in Turkey, in South Africa, in the UK, in many parts of the world now. The quality circles have started for the challenged children also. So this your conference has become a landmark in the history of mankind. You drink very big cocoa. You turn all challenges into opportunities. You turn all probabilities into possibilities. And you turn, even if the stones are thrown at you, you change them into milestones. So give a loud round of applause for this. Because what he has done for country for this country, Mauritius, it is really, really hard excellence. And you know, every human life has equal value. I definitely agree with that. It has given a new dimension to me also. And I'm very happy that you always believe in the thing. In Mauritius, you always believe that we should catch the children young. We must catch them young. We must catch them young and we must catch them innocent. Because if you catch them at a later age, things become very difficult. So it is good to catch these children young. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the child's mind is like a cement. Whatever falls upon it makes an impression. And every child has got a value. And again, ladies and gentlemen, no child is incapable. No child is incapable. Every child is differently capable. In these children, you could see dances which normal children can't do. In these children, you could see singers which normal children could not do. In these children, I could see the passion which normal children don't have. In these children, you could see the vision which even a person who sees can't have. Milton, so many geniuses, Helen Keller, she had that inner vision which even we don't have. She was deaf, dumb and blind. But she had that inner vision which even we do not have. We do not have. We have eyes, but we do not have this inner vision. So the work which is being done here has really impressed me. And of course, when I go back to India, what I have seen today has really moved me. I'm also going to open a different section, a separate section for the Chinese students also. But it will have the inclusive education with other children. It will have the inclusive. I'm going to open it, and one of the ministers I will definitely be invited in the summer, or if you all could come, it will be a great boon for us, and you will be only inaugurating that section. And I just want to give you 5 mantras for these children, because with my experience, what I have done, I've been educationist for the past 30 years, and I feel the positive spirit is very important. I saw here the teachers had lots of positive spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, longitude and latitude doesn't matter. It is the attitude that matters. I saw the way they were, they were posing the confidence in the children, the way they were coming down, they didn't leave any child alone. They had confidence, in these children. Lots of positive attitude I could see, like they were helping them out. They were never, even for a moment, they thought they were in trouble. And they had that attitude that they can do. Then they do not need sympathy. Number 2, mantra is they need empathy. Emotions they need. You have to be with them. You have to feel what they are feeling. You can't be a good teacher if you are not feeling what they are feeling. You have to feel, you have to emotionalize with them. Let me tell you, these days, emotional quotient is more important than intelligence quotient. In quality circles, we stress on total quality person. Total quality person means IQ plus EQ plus SQ. IQ is intelligence quotient, but gone are the days when intelligence quotient was only important. These days, EQ is very important. Emotional quotient. Because if you don't have good emotions, you can't handle your IQ. Then spiritual quotient is very important. Spiritual quotient doesn't mean that you go to the Himalayas and you say that I'm only with the God, I've left the life. No, it is bringing out your best self. Self-actualization. Like these children are having the spiritual quotient also. They are trying to bring their best out of them. Trying to bring out the best. So these are the children who are the total quality persons. Not me. They are having IQ, EQ plus SQ. So IQ, emotional quotient and SQ, these 3 I could see this vision here. Then the inner vision of these children is very important. Inner vision is very prominent. What they feel from inside, nobody can feel. And this inner vision only helps them to turn out their weaknesses into strengths. We should focus on their strengths. We should not focus on their weaknesses. We should focus on their strengths. And the 4th mantra is we must enable them. We must empower them. The 5th is that we have to have lots of faith in their capabilities. Lots of faith in their capabilities, because they are the ones who are going to shine in the world of tomorrow. They are the real heroes. The heroes are not in the battlefield. The heroes are not, the fighting in the front. The heroes are not, who are fighting for various issues. They are the real heroes. They are the heroes for tomorrow. They are the real heroes. And these teachers, I salute them really. They are the saviors of humanity. Please give a loud round of applause for their teachers. They are the true saviors of humanity. They are the true messiahs. Because what you are doing is really excellent. It is so godly. It is so godly. You are, I think, the most who are the next to come. Thank you so much for giving me this. Thanks a lot.
irrespective of whether she or he is an able person or a physically or mentally challenged individual, which reflects your mission. Every human life has the same value. Mr. Tilak's initiative, involvement with disabled students, and perseverance are to be warmly applauded. We indeed applaud his efforts for all the things he has done during the last 10 years to ensure that education is not the sole preserve of able students only. Were it not for him, we would not be where we are today, and many a disabled young person might have been deprived of her or his right to education and to benefit from exercises such as quality circles. Not only did he arrange for local disabled students to travel abroad and participate in international conventions, but he also made it possible for their parents to accompany them and to see for themselves what their children were capable of doing. This is indeed a great achievement. In 2013, your organization was formally established as the International Council for Physically and Mentally Challenged Students Quality Circle. From its humble beginnings in 2005, where Mr. Tilak took a group of disabled students to a quality circle organized by the City Montessori School in Lucknow, India, to the first international convention hosted in Mauritius in 2008, he has achieved a lot in exposing local disabled students to their overseas counterparts. I understand that this year is symbolically very important for the International Council for Physically and Mentally Challenged Student Quality Circle and its team, which includes a number of volunteers. From Monday 25th May to Friday 29th May 2015, the International Council for Physically and Mentally Challenged Student Quality Circle will host its second international convention in Mauritius at the Lady Sushil Rambulam Recreation Center for the elderly and the disabled in Puerto Plymouth. This will be held under the aegis of City Montessori School, Lucknow, India, and the World Council for Total Quality and Excellence in Education, under the theme of Equal Education Opportunities to Every Challenged Student. This convention will also welcome as active participants delegates from overseas. This laudable initiative starts at the MTI with the official launch of the second international convention in Mauritius before it moves to Puerto Plymouth for a week-long historic event for the benefit of some of our local challenged students. This is in itself a cause for celebration, but it is also a reason to celebrate a significant milestone in the development and work of the International Council for Physically and Mentally Challenged Students Quality Circle. In other words, its 10th anniversary at the service of disabled students in Mauritius. Thank you very much.
On Challenged Students Quality Circles. I understand that the Convention for Students Quality Circles is organized every year by the City Montessori School and Degree College of Lucknow, India. The objective is to develop the right attitudes, high moral behavior, and skills in criticizing thinking and problem solving among students. At a time when college life is undergoing turmoil and fundamental changes, and students throughout the world are facing new challenges, such conventions are highly welcome. Students from Mauritius have always been participating in many exchange programs which have helped to expand their horizons, develop their talents and potential, and equip them with new skills to face the challenges of life. As far as students with disabilities are concerned, I understand that it is the second time that such a convention is being organized. The first one was held in Mauritius in 2008, and it was officially inaugurated by the then President of the Republic, who is presently our Prime Minister. We consider it as our privilege to welcome delegates a second time to a convention dedicated specifically to students with disabilities. I would like to seize this opportunity to congratulate the organizers, especially Mr. Mohandas Tilak, for having taken the initiative to organize an international event that brings together students with disabilities from different horizons and different regions to share their experience and showcase their talents. Too often, we tend to forget that children with disabilities too have abilities and competencies, potential and talent. It is high time that we emphasize on the abilities of the person rather than his disability. In fact, only a few weeks ago, we had the privilege to host a group of artists from the All India Deaf Arts and Cultural Society, and I must say that their performance was amazing, expressive, and wonderful. Slowly, we are moving away from the medical model of disability to the social model, which is barrier-breaking, empowering, and humanistic. It is this philosophy which underpins the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which Mauritius has signed and ratified. It clearly stipulates, I quote, "Persons with disabilities shall be entitled on an equal basis with others to recognition and support of their specific cultural and linguistic identities, including sign languages and deaf culture," unquote. This is why, when the organizers of the convention contacted my ministry, I did not hesitate to provide them with the necessary assistance, such as transport facilities, lodging at Puerto Timor Recreation Center, and other logistic support. This is in consonance with the philosophy of the present government, which is dedicated to uplifting the quality of life of most vulnerable members of the society. Our government program clearly stipulates, I quote, "A key consideration of government during its mandate will be to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor, provide social justice, economic empowerment and national unity, and protect the elderly and vulnerable ones," end quote. The cardinal principle is the creation of a fairer society, which can only be achieved by bringing about a meaningful change with a strong focus on the most vulnerable members of our society. It is in this context that the first measure of the government, as soon as it came into power, was to substantially increase the social benefits of elderly persons and persons with disabilities. As a result, the budget devoted to social benefits has surged from 14.7 billion in 2014 to reach the figure of 18.7 billion for the period 2015 and 2016, which represents an increase of 37%. This is in itself a testimony to the pro-people approach of this present government. At the level of my ministry, one of our main objectives is the integration of persons with disabilities in mainstream society. The government will also amend Section 3 and 16 of the Constitution to prohibit discrimination against persons with disabilities. The government will soon come up with a disability bill in view creating a proper framework to promote rights of persons with disabilities, to safeguard their dignity, eliminate discrimination, and help for their participation and inclusion in society. Through the bill, the government certainly aims at encouraging equality of opportunities. My ministry is also working on a 5-year strategic plan to create a disability-inclusive society where the rights of persons with disabilities are respected and emphasis laid on their abilities and competencies. To conclude, ladies and gentlemen, may I wish a wonderful convention to all the participants, both locally and international, and a pleasant stay to our guests from abroad. Thank you.